Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 158 of the Talking the Line podcast on this beautiful Monday of Bets, also known as, so you don't have to check your calendar for the first time today, November 8th, 2021. I hope you enjoy that extra hour of sleep we all got yesterday going into this week. I hope you're ready to start it off cashing nothing but tickets. But before we get into today's show and all the rabbit holes that will follow, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping. But if you are watching or listening rather on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there as well, as we always do release the audio of every episode after the live show is complete. Next item up on the docket, you could be so kind. You can find it in your heart to do so. You got a couple extra seconds while you're watching the show today. Hit that like button, leave us a rating, leave us a comment, jump on over yonder in the live chat if you are watching live. Maybe hit that share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, friends, uncles, neighbors, enemies, anybody in between. The TTL Pod is for all, and we cannot tell you how much we appreciate it when you do. It only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over to this episode's description where you will find the Talking the Line link tree. Looking for more TTL stuff? Well, it's all there. The TalkingTheLine.com website, all of the TTL Crew's social platforms, and our additional content so you can consume all of that, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 158, again on this beautiful Monday of Bets, I am your honored, humble, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton Cap and Colt Soroka. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by. Hey, you know what day it is. You know who's playing tonight on Monday Night Football. You didn't think that I would show up to this here podcast not repping the boys, even though sometimes we may be down in the dumps more than others. That's neither here nor there. It's time to get into today's show. And one more duty that I need to complete before we do that. Now, there is a man that has not graced us with his presence so far yet today, and he normally sits to my left in a box. He has gone through a few upgrades, a few changes, if you will, since the last time you have seen us live or saw us live. That didn't sound like very good grammar. Either way, let me bring him in for the day. The man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and TTL resident Southsider, and oh, let's not forget, we're going to have to ask him, TTL resident cheesehead himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
My man, I could not be doing too much better over here in the the beauty of this windy city. No windy city football in the windy city. How many times can I say windy city today? But we do have your Bears on tap tonight. I'm excited to get rocking and rolling. Just want to make sure I got all the audio setting all correct and rocking. No echo on your side, or am I echoing bad over here?
Yeah, it's not great to tell you the truth as you come on. Before you came on, it was really good. Now you're cutting out about every other word, straight up in all honesty. But good we're here at the beginning of the show to check that out without getting too deep into it. One thing that might be on in StreamYard here. Hey, you guys have seen us produce a show live in primetime. Check your echo cancellation on StreamYard. I noticed that does it from time to time. But yeah, that would be about the only thing. Zooming in wide on his face. But hey, while Mags gets that all figured out from an audio perspective, what do we have coming at you today? Well, I'm glad you asked because we got a loaded show. We are going to be diving into the NBA slate. We're going to be diving into, obviously, the Monday Night Football game featuring my Bears and the Steelers. Going to be a wild game. We'll see what all shakes out. We got plenty to talk about in relation to that. Outside of that, it's the usual show, usual business. We got plenty of other stuff to talk about. But before we do, let's quickly recap all of this past weekend's best bets of the day. Actually, just the NFL best bets of the day, if you will, or best bets of the weekend. Not too shabby overall, my friends. Let me put them up on the screen for you here in a 3, in a 2, in a 1. All right. Well, I thought so. Here we go. Now they're in prime time. All right, live, ready to rock and roll. TTL Crew's best NFL bets. Oh, Mags had a day and a half. 3-1 yesterday across the board for him. 1-2 for me, but I ended up adding the Falcons and the Browns after Friday's show. So, hey, ended up going 3-2. Not too shabby. Didn't have a terrible day for once, finally, on the NFL slate. So we did pretty doggone well. Partner cast that Browns money line as a plus money. Paulie, how's it feel going 3-1, son?
No sweats. I mean, that sacrifice on the Cowboys was about all I needed. Am I better over here?
Oh, son of a bitch! You're a million times better. Okay. I was getting a little worried and flustered that might not be good today. I was getting a little scared.
I was testing my stuff. I zoomed in because I went way lower definition on the old camera. So if got to sacrifice that for the quality, we'll do it. But hey, I had the sacrifice. He called me a square. I was obviously a square for the Cowboys.
Square and a half.
Square and a half. I'll take that sacrifice with the rest of the day I had. Also went 2-0 on my extra cheddar. Took the Packers plus the 7.5 and AJ Dillon. The quad father showed out yesterday. Obviously, Jordan Love season. We'll get into that later, but it wasn't exactly the prettiest of sights. But hey,
no sir,
we cashed some tickets yesterday, nonetheless.
We cashed some tickets yesterday, nonetheless, my friends. And there you go. There you have it. I'm glad you're sounding good now, partner. No problem. Sweet. Actually, that whole high definition, your camera actually looks better now, and you're glitching less now. So I think maybe you should have taken that thing off the entire time. I don't know what that was, because even on Saturday's show, it did not look this good. And now you are like, this is perfect. So I think we have finally found the formula, my friends, if I do say so myself. So let me quick deep breath. Reset, recoup. Everything looks great here. So let me tell you what the hell's coming up on today's show. Plenty of stuff. We got RMags best bets. Actually, first, let me toss up this bad boy here. Got any questions? Feel free to drop them in as I go through the agenda here today. RMags best bets, my best bets. We got the special play of the day for you. Have not got to do it, and I don't know how long, partner, because of one thing or another, us not being live on Mondays. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Monday Madness Parlay back live in action today, my friend. We have a 4-leg parlay coming at you guys today. The Madness, you know, it's a cross-sport parlay. 12-1 odds on that bad boy here today, partner. Can you believe that's how we're starting the week off?
No, I can't because we had a nice little record last week with the special plays. So we like this one. So I'm excited to get this one rocking and rolling as well.
Yeah, I love this one a lot too, dude. And then we'll get in the Moneyline Dice Nets versus Bulls today. We didn't want to pick our side with our boys. It was a little too fishy. We're just going to let the dice decide for us. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the dice, all-knowing dice, side with our boys, the Bulls. But we'll have to wait to see all of that. And then that'll be the first half of the show. We'll recap everything for you, and then we'll dive into the second half. A little bit shorter second half today because we are actually recording Wise Words episode number 10. Season 1, episode 10, the final episode of season 1 is being recorded today, right after the show. Only time we could get this guest, 12:30 today. We're recording that. So yet another plug. Make sure you stay tuned for Wednesday's drop, Wise Words at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Not telling you who it's featured yet. Maybe if you were around the Twitter sphere on Friday, you might have saw who it was. But hey, who knows? Maybe you didn't. Maybe you slept on it, and maybe you're just going to have to find out Wednesday. So that being said, there's a rabbit hole for you.
Do a little digging and find out.
That's what we do in the second half of the show, my friends. RMags Sidebar, a little bit of banter back and forth between us, and then I will wrap everything up with my motivation minutes. As always, a little bit short of a show, but we will be jam-packed nonetheless. So without further ado, my friends, it's time to stop the drama, quit the banter, cut the nonsense. You could go to every other sports media outlet and get. You come to the TTL Pod for the stone cold locks, picks, insights, special plays, analysis, and everything in between. But most importantly, running tickets to the window with the TTL crew all day and night long. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to start this here show with the first segment of the day. RMags best bets of the day, my friends. As always, please turn your volume way up. Actually, you might not even need to now because his audio is sounding crystal clear. Please pick up your coffee cups. Get ready to me, to you, to all you over there, partner. All of you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods this morning. Take your sip. And partner, as soon as we all do, you have the floor.
Alrighty, I appreciate you, my man. Got a nice fresh coffee maker in the Magnuson establishment over here. It's
whoa.
Still breaking it in. Isn't hitting quite the same as what it normally is, but hey, you got to break them in a little bit. Hey,
gotta break them in. Got to get them stained up a little bit, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, all right, kicking things off. I've got actually 2 plays coming out of the Monday Night Football game tonight.
Okay,
I've got a total. And I've got a nice little half-unit prop that I'm dropping down.
Okay. Well, hey, before you do that, bear down.
So I'm not taking any spread because I'm not going to say bear down, and I'm not comfortable laying the 7 with the Steelers. But give me for my best bet of the day in the total. I'm going to the under 40 in this game. I trust both these defenses to show up, but I really trust the Steelers defense to perform at the absolute highest level tonight. And like I said, I trust both defenses. I don't know if the Bears, I could see them showing up at a really high level in this game, being a really scrappy 10-13 type game. But I could also see them being, just good enough to keep this total low enough, keep the Steelers under 21-20, that type of stuff here. Bears offense showed signs of life last week against 49ers. But if you watched the 49ers yesterday, you're probably not feeling as good about that win, or not even the win. The Bears didn't win, actually.
No, yeah, come on now.
I apologize for that side jab there, but you're probably not feeling quite as good about that offensive performance as you did. They're not too far removed from that 3 spot against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Not saying the Steelers dominated them quite that bad. Certainly not on their offensive side of the ball like Tom Brady did. Definitely not saying that, but partner, I don't see your Bears putting up more than 14 points tonight. I don't see the Steelers putting up more than 20-21. It would not shock me if the Bears, for your sake, if the Bears can get that 13-10 type win like that game last week, Steelers-Browns 15-10. Obviously, the Steelers got that win, but if they make things real grimy, I could see them sliding in there in the win column, but I'm obviously staying away from that. These teams are 12-3 combined to the under this season. The Bears covered the over last week against the Niners and in game one. Every single game in between that, they've been under. The under is also 7-1-1 last 9 for the Steelers' home games versus teams with a losing record in their last 9 games. So I like this one to be a real nasty, grimy, points at a premium game here tonight. So give me the under 40.
I love it. I love it. If I was going anywhere, this is where I would go. I just don't really want to take a play out of this game. That's why I'm going to tail you on this one and make it your best bet. Honestly, if I was going to go anywhere, I think this is going to be a stinker of a game. I think the Bears are going to struggle offensively. They need all the absolute love they can get. Just do it. They need everything that they can possibly get here today. And I don't think it's going to happen. I'm trying to send the good vibes, and I also don't think the Steelers are going to do much offensively either, but maybe just a little bit offensively. So hell of a segue for your second best bet of the day, partner.
All right, second best play of the day. Perfect segue because I kind of predict this being a 21-14 type game. Might get a little sweaty on that total. Could be worse than that. But I think if anyone's getting in the end zone tonight, at least in the passing game, I like Deontay Johnson plus 150 to get into the end zone. I love that value for him. I would not take that if it wasn't at plus money. Probably wouldn't take it if it was right around plus 100 either. He is leading this team in targets by far. Obviously, you can say that's with or without Juju. Honestly, it would probably be a little bit closer if Juju was still around. But even when Juju was in town, playing every single day, I have a weird way to say when he's healthy. But you know what I'm trying to say here. He leads them so far in targets 60 to, I think Claypool's in the mid-40s. 3 touchdowns over 6 games this season. So I like him to kind of eat up this Bears secondary. I think the Bears are going to have some front 7 action success to do anything in this game. But regardless, I see Johnson slipping loose, whether it's in the red zone or for a deep play. They have so many different packages that they can get him involved in. So give me the plus 150. I like half unit on this one to get us a nice little, $10, get you $25 type of stuff here. So give me the Deontay Johnson touchdown anytime score at plus 150 here.
All right. Well, hey, I can't say I don't like it, but I also can't say I'm going to back it. I just don't want anybody to score on my Bears. I want this just to be disgusting. How about a 9-6 little Jaguars-Bills game from yesterday? Who knows? You got some bad scars from that game. I apologize, my friend. He had a first touchdown score. No touchdown was ever scored in that game.
Had a great day, and I was held captive by that game for my viewing pleasures, at least.
Hey, nonetheless, I think you have some very valuable plays here today, my friends. RMags' 2 best bets of the day. He's taken the under 40 total points in the Bears and Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's taken an anytime touchdown scorer, Deontay Johnson. Get in anytime, plus 150. We'll recap all of those here shortly, my friends, but let's keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks, if you will, with the second segment of the day, my best bets of the day. Now, full disclosure here, my friends, me and my partner had a little bit of a conversation before we came live, and it makes me love these plays even more. Let me tell you why. Because he's been backing some of these teams. I come on, we do a little FaceTime pre-show. He says, hey, I think I like such and such. I said, well, just so happens those are going to be my best bets of the day. And I said, you know what? I bet I could guess as to why you don't want to back them, because you've been backing them a lot. They've been paying off for you, and you just don't want to go back to the well too many times early in the season. And you see his face. I was spot on. And I said, okay, partner, let me go to the well this time around. Let's not piss off the betting gods, if you will, and I'll just bring my pail to the show today. So I got 5. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NBA bets coming live at you in prime time. First matchup I am going to. One that headlines the evening, one that starts the evening. New York Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. And damn you, newbie, I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers minus 4.5. Shout out at Newbie Talks, our guy. This one's a 5-star play for me, my friends. Dropped this morning down to 3.5. Actually checked. It's back up to 4.5 on most books now. So I think that was just a little weird early line movement. If you did get them at 4.5, I think this is going to stick at 4.5 here. Everybody's going to remember Friday's game against Milwaukee for the Knicks. They were down and they scrapped their way back and it came all the way back. Partner actually had the Bucks as one of the best bets. We talked about that pre-show too, and he said, man, I think I was just on the wrong side there. I think this is just kind of a weird Bucks team. I said, yeah, man, they're 4-6 straight up, 4-6 ATS right now, so it's a little bit of a weird Bucks team. So I think that's what we fell victim to because the Knicks are 2-3 straight up and 1-4 ATS in their last 5. They're spinning the wheels right now, and that's really not the team that they are. The Sixers, rolling, my friends. It kind of felt like a setup game on Saturday. My partner, again, damn you, newbie, faced off against newbie. It felt like a setup game at this almost exact number, 3.5 against our Bulls, and they got it done with ease. So I don't think this is a setup line. Last 5 games for the Sixers, 5-0 straight up, 5-0 ATS. They are rolling, my friends. You could look at the injuries. They won't have any Matisse Thybulle this evening. Still no Danny Green. A few key players, but the role players are stepping up. Korkmaz, Curry, etc. are really, really coming in clutch right now. This is the sharp side from what it looks like this morning. It was 37% of bets, 91% of money. It's since shifted a little bit, but it's about 58% of bets, 85% of money. So I'm really not concerned as this like a super public play. I think the Sixers keep rolling, but you don't believe me. Believe the trends, my friends. The Knicks, 1-4 ATS following a double-digit loss at home, 126-109 yesterday to Cleveland. I think they continue to kind of struggle here. The Knicks are also 2-5 ATS last 7 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. 4-0 ATS last 4 are the Philadelphia 76ers playing on one day's rest. Philadelphia is also 5-1 ATS, their last 6 as a favorite. And the Knicks, 2-7 ATS, last 9 played in Philadelphia against these 76ers. Weird way to say Philadelphia. All that being said, I put this line at Sixers minus 6.5, my friends. Enough sixes there for you, but I think they get the job done easily. I don't want to say double digits, but it might start to touch that. So give me my first best bet of the day, Philadelphia 76ers minus 4.5.
I like it, partner. I'm interested in fading the Knicks on the road, not quite at home.
Yeah.
Still love the spots tonight. I think that's why the line is set right where it is. People are gonna, despite the Knicks being on the road, gonna see whatever 3.5, 4, 4.5, whatever it is. They're gonna be running to that, I think.
Sure enough, and I'm not going to be fading the 76ers anymore. I'm on the train, man. They look good. They look really, really good. So I think the injuries don't matter, and that does it for me.
I also would love to be on the right side of whenever we hear that did the 76ers win song.
Do. Yeah, whatever that shit is, 150%. Hey, I'll be retweeting the shit out of that motherfucker. You better guarantee it.
Consig always drops that one down every single day.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's hope it's on the right side for us today.
100%.
That's on the wrong side, obviously, the last 2 against our Bulls. So it's been driving me nuts.
We're on the right side. They're rolling here. They got vibes. That's where we're going. So there you go. Sixers minus 4.5. Shout out at Sportsbook Consig. Heat. Oh, okay. Sorry. Second play of the day. I'm going too fast here. My second best bet. That's my first bet. Second best bet of the day. I'm taking the Miami Heat against the Denver Nuggets. Do not be afraid of the Heat as favorites on the road. Was not too profitable last year, but this is a brand new Heat team, my friend, and they are burning hot. Do not excuse my pun whatsoever because they are cooking, my friends. Their offense right now, 5th in points per game, 4th in field goal percent, and 7th in three-point field goal percent. 2nd from the free throw stripe in the NBA. You know I love me a good charity stripe team. And 1st in rebounds per game on the offensive side of the ball. Well, let's not forget the defense because they're 2nd in points per game allowed, 1st in field goal percentage allowed, 6th in three-point field goal percentage allowed, and 1st in rebounds per game in the NBA on the defensive side of the ball. They are ridiculous right now. Nobody predicted that they were going to come out this hot. People thought they would be good. I don't think anybody thought they would be this good. Last 5, they're 4-1 straight up, 4-1 ATS. Last 7, 6-1 straight up, 6-1 ATS. I'm not worried about the Heat whatsoever at minus 2.5. Don't fall into it. Don't think it's going to be a trap line because the Nugs are sputtering, my friends. They may be 3-2 straight up, but they're 2-3 ATS, 3-7 ATS, their last 10. They have not been playing worth a damn. They still don't have Michael Porter Jr., who they invested a lot in this offseason. They're still waiting on him. And yesterday, they won, Saturday, 95-94 against Houston. The Houston Rockets, my friends. The offense is struggling, and that is not what you want to do against this Heat team who is playing excellent defense. I don't care that this game is in Denver because there's plenty of trends to lead me to back the Heat today. Miami 10-2-1 ATS last 13 as a favorite, 5-1 ATS last 6 as a road favorite. Miami's 4-1 ATS last 5 playing on 1 day's rest. Denver 2-5 ATS last 7 as a puppy dog, 2-5-1 ATS last 8 as a home puppy dog. Denver 1-4 ATS last 5. You know I am a homer for them. Monday games, they start off the week slow. 1-4 ATS last 5 Monday games in Denver. 0-6 ATS last 6 playing on 1 day's rest. Give me all of the Miami Heat to keep burning at -2 for my second best bet of the day.
I love it, my man. I hope I'm not glitching a little bit right now, but Miami Heat on those Monday trends of all the days of the week trends. I think Monday might be my favorite because if a team's starting off the week hot or cold, I like buying into those Monday trends, at least in the NBA, more so than anything else, any other day, I would say.
I 150% concur. You know I'm a homer for him, so let's keep it moving. There's my second best bet. Third, count them 3, best bet, third best bet of the day. I'm going to the matchup between the Atlanta Hawks and the Golden State Warriors, and I'm not afraid to do it. I'm laying the points with Dub Nation, Golden State Warriors -3.5. This is a huge public side, so I'm going to make it only a 4-star play, but I think they still get the job done, no problem. They are 4-1, the Warriors, in their last 5 straight up, 3-1-1 ATS, their last 5 overall. The Atlanta defense, bottom line, is not going to be strong enough to stop what this offense is for Golden State, regardless if Andre Iguodala is out tonight or not. Atlanta's defense is allowing their 23rd in points per game allowed, 25th in field goal percentage allowed, and 17th in three-point field goal percentage allowed. That's going up against a Golden State offense that's first in points per game, third in field goal percent, and fourth in three-point field goal percent. I think they're going to continue to just absolutely roll as an offensive unit, especially against this Atlanta team that is just not really playing like the Atlanta team we saw in 2020. Tough spot for them right here. 2-5 straight up in their last 7, 2-5 ATS in their last 7. In their last 5, 1-4 straight up, 1-4 ATS. They are not doing good offensively either. 16th in points per game allowed, 18th in field goal percentage, and 15th in three-point field goal percentage. And that's going up against a Warriors defense that's third in points per game allowed, second in field goal percentage allowed, and third in three-point field goal percentage allowed. Overall, the Warriors team is just far and away better. And I know this line might be a little bit fishy, but I don't think it matters because I think this is a perfect spot to back the Warriors and continue to do so because the Hawks are just skidding, my friend. I don't care who they get back tonight. Collins comes back regardless of what happens. Curry is making an MVP run, and it is games like these that he must show up and cover these spreads if he wants to win that award and have my partner cash his ticket. But you don't believe me, his NBA future MVP ticket. But yes, you don't believe me, believe the trends. Atlanta, 0-5 ATS last 5 as a dog and 0-5 ATS last 5 as a road dog. Atlanta's also 0-8 ATS last 8 road games overall and 1-5 ATS last 6 games versus a team with a winning percentage above 600. Golden State, 3-0-1 ATS last 4 as a favorite and 3-0-1 last 4 as a home favorite. They're also 5-0 ATS. You know I'm a homer. If you don't, you're going to find out soon for the day of the week trends. Last 5 Monday games, and I believe that this is going to be a beautiful game for the Golden State Warriors because they keep rolling, because they are 9-3-1 ATS, their last 13 following a straight-up win. Give me Dub Nation. Golden State Warriors, -3.5 for my third best bet of the day.
I love it, man. It's making me laugh even harder the way, the more you lay all these out, because these are like the most spot on, falling right into how I bet the NBA so far. Because I mean, the Warriors, I've been cashing too many tickets on the Warriors. Like you said, like I basically it's like, all right, I just need to take a day off here. But like, I mean, the Hawks are not playing well, and I don't think it would be a good matchup for them if they were playing well. Just who the Warriors are right now. So I think the Hawks will figure it out eventually, and we'll be able to back them here in maybe a couple weeks. But not tonight.
Not tonight. All right, fourth best bet of the day. I'm going to keep it rocking and rolling, my friends. We are 28 minutes after the hour for my fourth best bet of the day. This might be my favorite one on the slate, my friends. I'm going to the Phoenix Suns versus the Sacramento Kings. and I'm taking the Sacramento Kings +3. 5-star play, my friends, and I believe this line is perfect. Right where you want to take it. You might even want to do a little money line sprinkle, but I'm not going to do so. May I remind you, the Sacramento Kings just handled business back on October 27th, and I told you to back them as +8 dogs and firmly sprinkle on the money line. 2 tickets we cash, telling you, relax on the money line. This might be a 1-point game where Phoenix pulls it out. But bottom line is it is a bad matchup, the Sacramento Kings, for the Phoenix Suns. They just, for some reason, can't handle them, and for some reason, their defense puts them in a mental blender, and I just don't understand why. And now you're going to tell me that one of their biggest defensive assets, DeAndre Ayton, is out for tonight's game, and they're going to cover this -3. I am not buying it, my friends. I absolutely love the Kings to keep this game close all game long, and they might even get the outright win. One thing I am also targeting is that this is a huge rebound spot for the Kings and a little bit of a letdown spot that I think for the Suns. Why do I think it for the Kings? Because the Kings just lost yesterday 94-91 to the Pacers. So real tight game, and was only by 3 points. Wouldn't you know that this sucker's at 3-point spread here today? And Phoenix on Saturday against a bad Atlanta Hawks team, they only won 121-117. And wouldn't you know, the previous play that I just gave out was right at -3.5 again. So people think that the Hawks are going to bounce back. Even further cementing my previous play, but let's keep with this play, my friends. I think it is the perfect spot to continue back in the Kings. Like I said, they're just a bad matchup for the Phoenix Suns. But you don't believe me? You know I brought the trends. Suns 3-8 ATS last 8 after scoring 100+ in their previous game. They're also 1-4 ATS last 5 road games. The Kings are 6-1-1 ATS last 8 following an ATS loss, and 9-2-1 ATS their last 12 following a straight-up loss. The Kings are 18-7-2 ATS last 27 on 1 day's rest, and they're 5-2 ATS last 7 meetings with Phoenix. It has been back and forth in the meetings that are played in Sacramento. Kings cover, Suns cover. Kings cover, Suns cover. It's just how it happens. The Suns covered the last game. I'm going to buy into that trend once again. The Kings get the job done, cover the +3, might even get it done outright, but I'm not giving it out today. 4th best bet of the day, Sacramento Kings, +3.
I like it, my man. You, the one guy we've talked about previously, Davion Mitchell, you drop him into this matchup. He gets to the on-ball defender, absolute menace against these Phoenix Suns guards, which obviously without Aiden are going to be even more important tonight. So I probably will be sprinkling a little money line on this one because I do like the Kings to get this one done outright tonight.
I might too, now that I say that, and that kind of comes out, so maybe I will. There you go. There you have it. 5th and final play from me today. Last best bet, I'm going to the matchup between the Hornets and the Lakers, and I'm going to the total. Not going to take a side in this one. I'm actually going under 224.5. That's where I caught it at. I know it's ticked up some places in a few books, but I really don't think that you have to worry about that. Right now, the Lakers are banged up. They have no LeBron, AD's questionable, no Trevor Ariza, no Nunn, and no Horton Tucker. So they're missing a lot of producing guys, and especially it all revolves around LeBron. If LeBron's not on the court, there is no way I see them just having some huge offensive production game. And conversely, I don't really see Charlotte having a huge offensive production game. They might get PJ Washington back, but then again, I was reading in a few different places that they might test him early on in the week, so we could know later on tonight that he's actually going to be rested on Monday, and then he might be coming back Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm going to play into a little bit of the earlier that he might end up actually sitting out here on Monday. So I don't think it's going to be crazy because the Lakers haven't scored over 104 but twice in their last 5 games, and Charlotte has only scored over 110 once in their last 5 games. I think it's going to be back and forth, real just kind of defensive, who can get a ball in here or there. I really don't think it's going to be a game that you're going to see the doors blown off whatsoever. But you don't believe me, believe the trends. I just think that there's not enough offensive firepower, and neither do the trends. Under 4-1 in the Lakers' last 5 overall. 4-0 in the Lakers' last 4 after allowing 100+ in their previous game. The under is 4-1 in the Lakers' last 5 playing on one day's rest, and 12-5 is the under in Charlotte's last 17 as a road dog. The under is also 5-3 last 8 meetings between these two teams, and when they play in Los Angeles, the under is 8-3 the last 11 meetings. I project it right about 112 to 104, 216 finish. Nice, easy, no sweat under for my 5th and final best bet of the day. Charlotte Hornets versus the LA Lakers, under 224.5.
I like it, my man. The only one of the 5 that I was not coming in with my own opinions on, but I do like this one as well.
Absolutely. It's not my favorite of the day just because of that line movement, but again, I do not see enough offensive production from either side of the ball here, either Lakers or the Hornets, to push this over 224 or 225 or 226 or whatever the hell it is. I think the line's moving the opposite way, and we learned the hard way yesterday, what the hell does line movement matter anyway?
Most definitely. I like the Lakers in this one to take care of business because they've dominated the Hornets one way or another, no matter who's on the floor, but still just too many question marks to even feel comfortable at that as well.
All right, my friends, so there you go. There you have it. All of my best bets of the day. Let's keep this show steaming on down the tracks with the third segment of the day here, my friends, the special play of the day. We already told you it, but now it is time to dish it out, the Monday Madness Parlay. Now, 2 of the legs feature 2 of my NBA best bets, but 2 that me and Mags agreed on were, hey, these are probably the most valuable ones on the slate today. So the first 2 legs on the Monday Madness Parlay, Miami Heat -2 and the Sacramento Kings +3. The third leg, we're going to RMags best bets. We're going to the gridiron. We're going to the total. We're taking under 40 total points in the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there's 3 legs for you. How about the fourth? We'll lace up the old hockey skates because we're going to the ice and we're taking the Florida Panthers on the money line. They're only -115, and I do believe that is completely wrong. The Panthers are rolling right now, and the Rangers are doing the complete opposite. The only reason this line is so short is because the Rangers have handled business against the Panthers in the past, but they haven't played since 2019. So I don't give a damn about any of that. I think the Panthers handle business with ease. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 legs that cash with ease, and we get this plus 1,200 Monday Madness Parlay straight to the pay window, my friend. What do you say?
I say we also do. I mean, these Panthers are rolling through teams. They have not lost in regulation one single time this year. And, I might do a nice, even little tinier sprinkle on a nice little alternate, even lower under on the Monday Night Football game, the Kings money line and Panthers -1.5 with the Heat -5. Why not?
Something a little crazy, because that you say that, and it's always bad when you feel this confident, but
I know.
Honestly, I think that these are the plays that have the most value across the entire board, and I think we just so happenstance found them. So Monday Madness Parlay, Miami Heat -2, Sacramento Kings +3, the under in the Bears and Steelers game, under 40, 39.5, whatever you're seeing in that, we are comfortable with, and fourth and final leg, the Florida Panthers on the money line. Parlay all 4 of them up, you're getting 12 to 1 odds. Lock it in. Let's get it to the pay window.
I love it.
There you go. There you go. There you have it. I love it too, partner. While I do this, get all of this rocking. Okay, we are in business now, my friends. So, for the first time, about to be live on your screen, we have gone through all of our best bets of the day. We have given all of our analysis, everything in between. So quickly, it is time to recap all of today's best bets of the day. They will soon be live on your screen. Producer Colt must do a quick little bit of nonsense. All right, now we should be in business here. Back to the other monitor. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time to recap all of the TTL crew's best bets of the day for this gorgeous Monday of bets. If you would so kindly turn your attention straight above us to RMags' best bets of the day. He's got 2 coming at you. He is taking the under 40 total points in the Monday Night Football game between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's also taken an anytime touchdown scorer, Deontay Johnson, to get into the end zone any point in time at plus 150 odds or whatever you're seeing it at your favorite book right now. If you want to turn your attention to the right side of your screen, directly to the opposite side of that, I have us covered on the NBA today. I got 5 plays. I think they have insane value. Taking the 76ers minus 4.5, Heat minus 2, Golden State Warriors minus 3.5, Sacramento Kings plus 3, and the under 224.5. I know it's probably changed since right now in the Charlotte Hornets versus Los Angeles Lakers game. A little bit of a nightcap for you, if you will. Directly below that, our favorite plays on today's board. Put in one parlay. Cross-sport parlay called the Monday Madness Parlay. The 4 legs on that bad boy. We are taking the Monday Night Football under 40 total points. The Florida Panthers on the money line. The Miami Heat minus 2 and the Sacramento Kings plus 3. You parlay all 4 of those bad boys up together. You're getting 12-1 odds. We are getting this bad boy to the pay window to kick off the week. And my friends, if you could be so kind as to lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down. Whatever you need to say, just make sure you get today's TTL crew best bets of the day. And whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book. I think it's time to do some book bankrupting, pal.
I think so too, my man.
I don't know. I'm not going to say. I'm just saying I may or may not have the broom out of the closet ready to rock and roll if we go a little 7-0. Who knows?
I mean, I got brooms on deck.
Okay, well, there we go. At least we're both on the same page. So there you have it, my friends. There you have it.
If these are losers, someone specifically trying to set Riley Magnuson traps, if I do say so myself, right?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I wouldn't disagree.
Whoever's doing this is saying, this dumbass is going to fall into every single one of these. Yep. But I don't think that's the case.
Nope. And I think it's the same for me. So I think we should have the brooms out and ready to rock and roll. So, my friends, quickly, so we can have just a little bit of time to talk some shit, have some RMags Sidebar, get you out of here with some motivation before we got to hit the bricks to make sure we are ready to rock and roll for our recording coming up here shortly. On our other show, Wise Words, drops every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you were not aware, you can catch it you can catch it on your favorite podcast directory or on our YouTube Talking the Line Sports Media, the Wise Words podcast playlist. There you go. There you have it. Final betting segment of the day, if you will, my friends. It is time to welcome in our honorable guest, the cubicle objects that be the Moneyline Dice. Welcome back, Dice. One hell of a week for you last week, my friends.
Not bad at all.
Not anything crazy, but we did cash a huge plus money parlay, so it was very nice from a unit perspective. Now, told you at the top of the show, but we don't know what the hell is going to happen tonight with our Bulls going up against the Nets. The Nets defense could really show up. They could really handle business. Partner, you got this game pulled up in front of you over there?
I most certainly do.
What do we got as far as the line total? I know it was flipping around a little bit here this morning. And where are we playing at before we allow the dice to do their magic?
So this one will be in Chicago, our city over here at the United Center. But we are sitting at -1.5 in favor of our Bulls. You're on the far opposite side of the city, but it's somewhere right around as am I. So, it's over there somewhere. -1.5 for the Bulls, in favor of the Bulls, under 216.5. So, interested to see the Bulls as favorites. I don't know. I have to imagine maybe the Nets got somebody out, or maybe this is a big fat Brooklyn Nets trap. I don't know. But the dice are either going to be in my good graces or in my, fuck you, dice. I might have to say fuck you, dice today.
All right. Well, hopefully we don't have to say fuck you, dice. A little bit of ASMR for your Monday morning. All right, my friends. Roll number 1. Will we be backing the boys at home at the UC, or are we going to have to fade the Sons of Guns and go with the Nets? I hope not, because we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Home team, baby! Home team! Home team! Never doubted you. Okay. First things first has been done. The second roll of the day. Will we be taking our boys on the money line, or are we just going to get a little -1.5 action? We all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. ATS.
Okay.
Right up for you. ATS. right back down. All right, finally, the wild card die. Will the dice tell us double it down? Everything about it, take every bit of it. We're going to tell you money line because we're that confident. You don't really need to sprinkle because they're not the dogs, but that's just going to reassure you that we have selected the right side. Or are they all in general going to say, forget all of it, we got a second play. We're going to allow you to cash 2 tickets. Let's go to the total. We all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. ATS. Home ATS, baby! Let's go, guys! Let's go, guys! Let's go! You think I'm lying? I am most certainly, assuredly not. I know it's not the easiest to say. You can see the ATS. Let me see if I can do one of the... Ooh, looky there. Bring the old light closer to you. Bring the light a little closer to you. Now you can see.
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
ATS. Let me make sure this fucker doesn't fall over before that would be a whole clusterfuck and a half. Quickly, fastly, and in a hurry. Okay.
Thank
The
you.
dice have spoken! If you want a guaranteed take 2-1 ticket to the window here tonight, I got so excited I forgot how many tickets we had from the Moneyline Dice. Right here, right now, no questions, no qualms, no queries. Lock in. The Chicago Bulls, -1.5.
Thank you,
Thank
Dice.
you, Dice. Thank you, Dice. What a play.
Thank you, Dice.
What a play, what a showing, my friend. Can you believe this? Double down on our boys. All right.
I love it. I love
Bulls
it. They know who they
-1.5.
are. They know who we are.
Never doubted them. Never doubted them for a
Never
minute.
once. No doubts at all.
What a group of dice. All right. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, quick promo. You always know. If you want your own set of Moneyline Dice, you want to start cashing tickets right alongside these cubicle objects and get your own with the TTL crew, head on over to this episode's description. You'll see the MoneylineDice.com website. Head on in that son of a gun, and you can pick out any merchandise they have. Not just the dice. They got tracking books. They got MMA scorecards. They got loads of merchandise, crispy merchandise that I think I need to acquire. Have a little conversation so we can have some here to rep for you guys on the show so you can see that crispy stuff too. Go on in there, fill up your cart full of nonsense, enter code TTL10 at checkout. That's TTL10 at checkout. You can get 10% off your first order at MoneylineDice.com. Start rolling right alongside the crew and the cubicle objects that be the all-knowing Moneyline Dice. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Dice.
Have a good sleep. We will see you on tomorrow's show. All right, my friends, that does it for the Moneyline Dice roll of the day and the entire first half of today's show. Nothing else betting-wise for you. Well, maybe we get into a few betting rabbit holes here or there coming up, but no more picks coming from me, no more picks coming from Mags, maybe in case we get into anything, but that does it. First half of the show. It's time to kick it back just a little bit, recap a little bit of this weekend, talk a little bit of shit, go into a few rabbit holes, everything in between. With RMags Sidebar, the always important crew banter, and even more important TTL announcements. So without further ado, let's get the second half of the show started. Partner, anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 158 of the TTL Pod on this beautiful November 8th, 2021.
I've got nothing crazy. I'll keep this one short and sweet. Partner, Bears-Steelers matchup historically tonight. Bears actually lead this one 19-7 and one tie, partner.
Just do it.
19-7 historically over these Steelers, dude.
19-7, you said?
19-7 historically, 19-7-1. They did win the first 10 games from 1934 to 1949.
Bear down.
So,
Bear down.
Papa Hallis had the Steelers under control for about 15 years. Ever since then, it's been pretty even. They've been going in 3 win streak increments, so it looks like the Steelers are due for 3 straight wins on you now, though.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. Bear down.
But yeah, like I said, nothing crazy. We've got 3 win streak for the Bears, 3 for the Steelers, 3 for the Bears. So like I said, it looks like it's about to be another 3 for the old Steelers.
Okay, well, I'm going to hope we buck that trend And I'm going to just hope we just do it tonight. That's all I care about because, I don't know, it doesn't feel like to me that, because it's still at 6.5, right?
I think it was 7.
7? Fuck. It does not feel to me like the Steelers are a team that need to be favored by a touchdown. Now, hey, I know we got some of you yinzers out there that are fans of the show, friends of the pod, if you will. So my deepest, sincerest apologies this afternoon. We might have to get into the dirt a little bit. Who knows? Because we're going to go bear down, while you guys are picking them up and putting them down. So I can't wait for this. I am so excited for this game, especially with a lot of the guys that we are now connected with in the industry. But, man, I just don't, even from an unbiased fan perspective, not a Bears fan perspective, man, I just don't see the Steelers being a touchdown favorite over anybody. I mean, that game was a suckfest against the Browns last week. But then again, the Browns absolutely piped the Bengals, and then the Bengals piped the Ravens in the week before. What the hell is the NFL, partner? I don't understand.
I don't really understand either. I would say you're probably right as far as I've been a pretty big fader of the Steelers offense train, but I don't know, man. I'm a big believer in their defense on the other hand, and I think a defense like this might cause some massive problems for your Bears offense tonight, dude. So that's why I'm saying I think if the Bears want to keep it close, if they're gonna cover, their defense has to be almost as good, if not as good or better.
100%. No Khalil Mack tonight, so well, let me tell you what I think about that. Before I do, actually, if you guys are dropping comments on Twitter, I just noticed this. If you're watching on Twitter, because now we're streaming obviously live from all of our platforms, I realize we can't see comments on StreamYard from Twitter. So if you guys are dropping comments on there, like, we want to connect with you, we want to like pop into the YouTube or pop onto the Facebook, whatever's easier for you, or maybe Mags moderate the Twitter too at some point in time. Maybe that's what we do here. But I just realized that there was a few of our guys, like shout out BLV, like some of our really tight guys that watch the show on Twitter. And I was like, oh, they're dropping comments in, and we didn't even see them. So just so you guys know, we can't see the Twitter comments. So maybe Mags will moderate that during the show. And then also, if you guys, too, want to pop over to YouTube or whatever the case. But if you're comfortable on Twitter, keep doing it. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do? Mags will moderate it. There you go. There you have it. Where were we at? I apologize. Wanted to get that
either talking about tonight or get recapped, or we can just move on.
Yeah. We were still kind of talking about tonight. I didn't remember where we left off as far as
for sure
tonight, but I'm sure they remember where we left off. But now you're into moderating everything, so now we'll just continue on because who knows where that conversation was at. So there's the rabbit hole. I do think that the Bears have a shot in hell, but that's about it.
I would say that.
And the legendary words of Lee Corso, they have 2 chances, slim and none. So we'll see what happens. Hey, you see me? I'm still repping. I don't give a damn. I am a realist. I know what the Chicago Bears organization is, but I still
bear down
whenever I have an opportunity. Okay, so stop giving me shit. Bear down. And let's have a game. Let's have a game, boys. And
I think I got a puncher's chance.
Let's make it an under. Let's make it a 13-10 under. Who gives a damn? You know?
For sure. Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't care.
All right. So I don't care either. As long as the Bears win and as long as it hits the under and as long as we catch this Monday Madness Parlay, I am happy as all get out. So let's have a day, my friends. Outside of that, college basketball starts tomorrow?
Oh, you don't say.
College basketball starts. Hold on. No, I ain't dreaming, boys. I'm awake. It is that time of the year. Holy cow. 2 blockbuster matchups I've already taken a look at tomorrow. Kansas versus Michigan State and Kentucky versus Duke. You better believe it. There are loads of game on tomorrow. I do believe there might be a game or two going on while we are live on the show.
Oh, most definitely.
So we're going to have to do some deliberating, some debating, seeing what's going on here. And we're going to have plenty of college basketball action for you over the course of the next 6 months. It is...
I mean, we might have to have some live action. Utah Valley versus Boise State at 10 a.m. Oh, boy.
So
UC Riverside, San Diego State also at 10 a.m.
My friends, this is the time of the year when you want to be on a winning team. You don't want to just be shooting in the dark when there's 150 college basketball games on any given day. Now, if you don't believe me, go check me on the Action app at cash_with_Colt. You don't believe Mags at RMags in all caps. You can see the daily best bets at Talking the Line. But verified and documented, college basketball is my shit. Most importantly, mid-major college basketball. Cannot wait. If you guys watched Friday's show or maybe even potentially a little bit of Cup of Joe on campus, you saw our new Saturday show live 8:30 a.m. every Saturday now, talking all college stuff, now college football and college basketball. There's another free plug for you. But there are insane games that are mid-majors that nobody really knows anything about that I know everything about. I don't want to say everything, but I absolutely love these games. I mean, we're talking about, just for instance, we said Colgate somebody, and I about shot out of my chair. Everybody's like, who the hell? That didn't even matter to me in the scope. Hey, well, we are cashing tickets on them. If I can cash tickets on the Campbell Camels or the UMBC Terriers, you better believe I'm going to cash fucking tickets on them, pal. Because if I see value, I ain't leaving it on the table. I love it. The TTL Pod will be your home for all things college basketball, mid-majors, and more. Mags looks like he has found a gold mine. Sir, what do you have?
Sorry, I will be here forever if we keep doing it like this. But I mean, Saturday you have number 5 Texas, number 1 Gonzaga on Saturday.
Texas and Gonzaga is what he said there, my friends. If you did cut out a little bit, I think you cut out just a little bit. But sure. Yeah, Texas Gonzaga, holy cow. Gonzaga's plus 650 favorite to win the national title this year again. So we'll see what happens, man. There's a lot of good games coming up. So don't you worry. The TTL crew's got you covered. Everything college basketball. Outside of that, I did just mention it, but every Saturday morning now, we are live at 8:30 a.m. For a Cup of Joe on campus. We run through the entire college football and college basketball slates for that given Saturday. Go back and forth, deliberate about some ones we have question marks on, give you out ones that we already have picks on, and then ones that we are avoiding altogether and tell you why. Jump in the comments section, have a Cup of Joe with us on Saturday mornings, talk about some college stuff, and then we get about our day. So that will be every Saturday. You can catch it right here, whatever platform you're viewing on, our Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. There is a playlist on our YouTube, Talking the Line Sports Media. You can find it wherever you get your shows, pods. The only place you can't find it is on an audio podcast directory. You have to tune in live, either on our social medias or on YouTube. It is not on Apple or Spotify. It is a special deal. You got to be one of our subscribers or followers in order to get access to it. That all being said, our other show, Wise Words, Wednesdays, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Very important update about that. We have the final episode being recorded today. So Season 1, Episode 10 is being recorded today, right after the show. After that, we're taking a break for a week. So we've decided 10 episodes in a season. So that'll be it for, let's see. Let me pull up a calendar just so I tell you guys, accurately. So we will drop Episode 10 on the 10th. How about that? I mean, that's absolutely perfect. Didn't even realize. I mean, I knew it was the 10th, but didn't even realize till I'm saying it now. So Season 1, Episode 10 of the Wise Words Podcast drops this Wednesday, the 10th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, your favorite podcast directory, or wherever, or on our YouTube at the Wise Words Podcast playlist. Then, the week of the 15th through the 19th, no Wise Words Pod. We will still have our daily show. Whenever we're going that, hey, it might change. Who knows? We might get sponsored. We might get picked up. Who knows what happens? Putting that out in the world. Visualize, speak into existence. Who knows what happens? We'll never go away in one form, shape, or the other. But the TTL Pod will remain for the 15th through the 19th is what I'm trying to tell you. And then the 22nd, we are recording Season 2, Episode number 1, that will be released on November the 24th. So Wise Words Season 2, Episode 1 will release on November the 24th. So if you are looking for an episode on November the 17th, you ain't finding one. There will not be one. There is a week break. We're getting some stuff other correlated, because then we will have already Season 2, Episode 2 has already been scheduled. Huge fucking guest. Actually, Season 2 episode 1 is a huge guest in and of himself. And then season 2 episode 3 already taken care of for December the 15th. And another huge guest in and of himself. My friends, we might be starting off season 2 hotter than we started off season 1. Now, I don't want to discredit any of our guests from season 1 because we appreciate the hell out of them and we love the network we have built. We appreciate them to the moon and back. We are going to have some of them back on in season 2, season 3, season 4. Who knows? Maybe you'll see them on Cup of Joe on campus. Who knows what happens from here on out? But for them, we are forever grateful. And what I do know is that season 2 is going to be absolutely electric. Starting with episode 1, I think you guys might shit your pants, especially if you're a fan of the UFC. You just might shit your pants.
We already have.
Yes, I have myself, so I hope you guys do too. So is partner over there. So
invested in some diapers because it's that big of a guest.
100%, 150%, and then all of a sudden we got guest number 2, and it was like, how does this happen? Okay, so it's a crazy life. We're just living it, incredibly blessed and grateful for every day we have an opportunity to do what we are doing, but kind of crazy, kind of wild. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It just shows keep working hard, chase after your dreams. That's all it is, my friends. Keep working hard. So there you go. There you have it. Outside of that, nothing I got on this end. Make sure you stay locked into the Daily Show. Follow us on Twitter at Talking the Line, on Instagram at Talking_the_line, or on Facebook at Talking the Line Sports Media. You can also find all of those links and everything TTL in this episode's description. It is the Talking the Line link tree. That's the first link you will see down there. Hit that bad boy. You can find the TalkingTheLine.com website, all of me and my partner's social platforms, and our additional content. It's all in one convenient location, and then also on TalkingTheLine.com. That's the first link you'll see there. Very easy. You can bet right from our website. We got today's best bets tab. You can bet our plays. You can find your own plays on there. You got our blogs, all of our shows. Everything is on TalkingTheLine.com, so go check that out. Outside of that, that does it for me, except my motivation minutes. Partner, what say you? Any last-minute updates, put-ins, put-throughs, deliberations, conversations, evaluations, anything of the sort?
Sounds like David Montgomery is good to go tonight for your Bears.
Well, he was not supposed to be, but let's go. Let's go.
Bear down.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. Hey, I'm pretty hyped. We'll never forget the way you thrilled the nation with your T formation. Hey, sorry, we're not jumping around, my friend, but we are bearing the fuck down tonight. Bear down.
Renegade. Whatever,
oh, yeah. Hey,
whatever the words to renegade are. That's what I'm
singing.
you,
pal. Oh, mama.
There you go.
Dum, 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 dum. You never know what we're going to get into here at the TTL Pod, but one thing we do know is that we appreciate the hell out of you for stopping by and hanging out with a couple of goofballs while we have some fun. More mainly me, goofball, than anything. I'm the one that gets us into these rabbit holes like this, and then you just tag along. So thanks for stopping by. One more segment for you guys today before you head on out, and I do believe, not just because it's my segment, but I believe it's one of the most important segments because not enough of motivation and inspiration is tossed around, especially on social media, especially in our industry. So it's something that I don't want to say I took it upon myself, but hey, it's always nice to get a little bit of extra motivation, inspiration in your day. So without further ado, it's time for my motivation minutes. Now I previewed that or prefaced that with social media. Not seeing all good vibes and good energy and positivity on social media. And we all know it. We all see it. It's if you are involved in any type of media, you see it. It's just impossible to get away from. And another thing that we see a lot and that I wanted to kind of discuss today and give a little bit of perspective, because I have in the past, but not in this way, is I see so often anymore is that people are so quick to block. People are just so quick to tell everybody and their friends that they blocked XYZ person. But outside of social media, they keep showing up to the same lame-ass groups that they don't feel like they fit in anymore, but just because they're part of a group, they keep going in. They don't have the cojones, if you will, to block people in real life. So today I wanted to give you a little perspective on it's okay to block people in real life. If you look at a group of people that you are involved with, or maybe just one person, if you can't look at that person and say, they add to my life, if you cannot look and detail out what that person adds to your life, there's no reason they should be a part of your life. I know it sounds harsh. I know it sounds kind of assholish, but it's the point blank facts. If somebody takes away from you, why would you allow them to continue to do so? Why would you, put it this way, why would you be working on the temple of your life, working on yourself, trying to battle through adversity, learn to attain this mindset that we try and talk about every single day? Why would you be trying to build that temple, and as you're laying bricks and slapping the concrete down, there's somebody behind you that keeps taking out a fucking brick? And you just say, that's okay, keep coming along. And you got a rope tied through your belt onto their belt loop, and you just keep dragging them along up with you. But every time you drag them along, they just take off another brick. Would you, in good faith, allow somebody to keep doing that? Or would you take that gravel, or whatever the doggone thing's called, and cut that rope off immediately and let them fall? I think I know the answer, but maybe it just takes seeing it like that to really realize what you're doing. Stop letting people weigh you down and take away your joy and your happiness because you're afraid to be alone. Because I promise you, you won't be alone. You won't. The real people who need to be around will be around. You might think that just because you shut out for a little while and try and find who you really need to be around and who you are, that everybody's going to disappear. Trust me, if you do that, people will reach out. The people that need to be in your life will reach out, or it will come to your mind that, yeah, they're the real person. They're the real deal. So don't be afraid to block people in real life. And closing thought, don't be afraid to block anybody. And what do I mean by that? Not your friends, not your partner, not your private relationships, not your business relationships, nothing. If it does not add to your life, if you have to put on a mask and change yourself in that situation or in that relationship or around that person, it's time to cut ties. Stop being afraid. It might be a little weird. It might be a little awkward. It might be a little painful. But that's where we grow the most in this life. So don't be afraid to block people in real life, just like you do on social media. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I like it, my man. The way I like to think about it, I mean, it's obviously the toughest when it's people that are actually very close to you. But if you got to do it, you got to do it. But the way I see it is if you have somebody that's weighing you down like that, you cut ties with that person, it really opens you up for not just one, but more than one, people that actually are going to add value to your life. Because I don't think people realize how much they're weighed down by those negative people. And more times than not, it's too late to when they finally realize it. Is kind of what I'm trying to say here.
100%, and that would probably be the last little closing bit that I would possibly have on this. Is just I know it sucks, and who it might be. It's not always the funnest, and sometimes it's staring you right in the face. But when you cut ties, you feel that weight just absolutely lifted, and you're like, why didn't I do this forever and a day ago? I've been dealing with this. It's instantly liberating, my friend. So don't be afraid to block people in real life. That officially does it. My motivation minutes of the day. All right, my friends. It's time to get y'all out of here. We've had a show. You got RMags Best Bets, my best bets, the Monday Madness Parlay. The Moneyline Dice have given you their pick of the day, the Chicago Bulls -1.5. We had a little bit of RMags Sidebar, told you about the Bears and the Steelers. Maybe we go on another three-game or three-game kind of letdown streak here. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Bears keep it rolling, win 4 for the number 4 in a row against the Steelers. Would love to see that. We deliberated college basketball tomorrow, told you about some updates, our daily shows, everything coming in between, and gave you some motivation, inspiration, get you on through your day. That sounds like an episode of the TTL Pod to me. Nothing else to lay down. Partner, one final time, anything you need to get out to the kind folks that joined us here on episode number 158.
No, sir. I think we're ready to rock.
All right, my friend and my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers. Far and wide. For myself and Mags. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by episode number 158. Get some picks, get some insights, some analysis, some laughs, some motivation, dive into some rabbit holes and everything in between. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate every single one of you, your support, your following, and sharing your hard-earned time and energy with us every single day and with any other content we put out. We appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but certainly not least, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Monday, unless you have any other plans. A terrific start to your week. And last but certainly not least, get today's best bets hammered in so you can say with me and my partner right at the end of every single show, let's cash some tickets.